This may be the ultimate social distancing card trick. All right? Pack of cards. You can give the cards a bit of a mix. Okay? Show your hands absolutely empty. Have someone maybe 6 feet away, whatever. You go through, say stop whenever you want. They call stop, you cut the cards, okay? You give the person a little peek, just a little peek at the card they stop at, okay? Once they have it in their mind, you cut the cards, snap your fingers. Now, you can go through the cards yourself, or you can even hand the card to the spectator, and they can deal through the entire pack. And the card they just saw is absolutely gone. It really is gone. They can go through all the cards, front and back. The card they stopped at is gone. Then you take off your glasses if you're like me. Slowly put your head down and show them that inside your mask is the one card they stopped at. This trick uses a very cool gimmick. I've used it for many different things over the years. The idea is not original with me. It's as old as the hills, but I'm going to show you this card gimmick. I'm going to show you all the handling points, all the things that make this so strong, okay? On this video, I'm also going to announce the winners of last week's, or maybe 2 weeks now, because last week I had that online lecture. The winners of VIP, the very intimate prediction. I'm going to announce that. And before we get into this and talk about this social distancing card trick, let me jump in and give you a chance to win the Cutting Edge card trick. Cutting Edge is a cut and restored card trick, and it comes complete with actually a small X-Acto blade designed to cut the corner off a signed card. The visuals are crazy. You've never seen a cut and restored card trick that looks quite this good. They sign their name on the face of the card. They see the card. You cut off the corner falls off. A moment later with a rub it, restored their signed card. And like I said, the signed card remains in full view facing them the entire time. So very, very few, almost no other torn restored cards sort of fulfill that idea. That's at sankeymagic.com. You can check it out there. That is Cutting Edge. Here's your chance to win one of 12 Cutting Edge. Leave a comment down below. Leave a comment and tell me, if you could have a selected card, we just had the selected card appear inside the mask, okay? But if you could have a selected card appear anywhere in the world, where would you have the card appear, okay? Can be anywhere. You're a real magician, you've got real magic powers, you can make their card appear anywhere. Where would it be? Leave a comment down below. Automatically enter it into the contest for your chance to win one of my Cutting Edge card tricks. All right, now let's jump in here. So, you know, there's just something perfect. Making a selected card, a freely selected card, appear somewhere that's sort of in full view the entire time, but also impossible, is sort of the perfect balance of things. And of course, there's so much emotion around these masks now that to have the selected card appear inside the mask, even though it was covered, you got nowhere near it the entire time, is just the perfect social distancing card trick, I think. I've been showing this to people for the last week or so. Even I stopped a couple of people in the street and sort of said, hey, I'm a magician, let me show you this. And people freak out. So let me reveal the secret to you right now. The key to this is first you're going to be using a duplicate card. You need one Jack of Clubs in your mask, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you the question right now is, should the card be folded up? I've really debated this. I've shown it a few different ways to people. And sometimes I take down the mask and they see the fold and they see the folded card. And what that does is it extends the mystery. Because they see a card, but they don't know if it's the selected card. And there's a lot of power in adding that extra moment of magic to it. On the other hand, being able to come right down and showing that Jack just resting there in the mask is so dramatic too. So I think they work in two ways. One other comment about that is if the card appears inside the mask folded up, then that means the card not only traveled, but also magically folded up. So it's an additional effect, though some could argue it's less credible, that some people may not believe it actually traveled there and folded up. So if you leave it unfolded, it's even more powerful. Anyway, whether you fold the card or have it unfolded, it starts inside your mask. And of course, handle this very carefully. Make sure you use hand sanitizer. The last thing you want is for the inside of your mask to not be clean, right? Okay, so the card's there. So you also have a duplicate card. You have a duplicate Jack of Clubs in the pack. You're going to force them to stop at that Jack, and then you're going to make the Jack vanish under test conditions. And the way you're going to do this is, let's see here if I can even find the gimmick. This is one of these gimmicks that is so clever. so clever that I have a hard time even finding it. This is the gimmick here. There it is. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. You'll notice on the gimmick I have a little dot on one end. And the reason I have a dot on one end is because that's the end that is not glued. I have glued this about maybe, what is it, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch? A little bit. I've applied glue between these two cards. You can make this gimmick. I have a Jack of Clubs and I have a 4 of Hearts, and I put some glue, but you could use a double-sided piece of tape, also very effective. I put some glue so you can see it's glued. I don't want to pull too far, but the two ends are glued, okay? This makes for an absolutely devious gimmick, right? So I start with this on top, and I can see my pencil, my marker dot there. I'm wearing my mask. I cut the pack and I keep the break. Now you're going to essentially force the top card of the deck. A lot of different ways you can do that. Here on the channel, I like to keep it real simple. Use our old friend, the riffle force. I'm here. Going to riffle the edge. When they call stop, I'm going to cut the cards, bringing the gimmick to the top of the deck. Okay? Say, I don't even want to look at the card. And as I turn away, I don't even want to look at the card. It's a way of emphasizing, A, you don't want to look at it, and it shouts fairness. The magician's not even looking. He's looking the other way. He's got the mask on. You're looking the other way like this. And you kind of do this. And of course, with social distancing, people don't want to get too close anyways. So rather than having someone actually take the card out, it all plays to the notion of keeping our distance a bit. So I just come over here. And what I do is I bevel the pack, which means I move it slightly. I want you to see this. I move the deck slightly forward. Okay, this is exaggerated. I put a bit of a step on it, okay? That's a little bit more than I actually do. I just push it. I step it a little bit. This is the actual step here, okay? Then I just have to lift up, lift up the front edge, and they see the Jack very clearly. And just like this, the Jack is gone. Now, you can cut the pack, okay? And let's remember, it's attached to the 4 of Hearts. So you can cut the pack, and either you can, one by one, you could stand in the street. You're thinking of one of these cards, and one by one, just drop, boom, talk about drama. Or you're at a friend's place, keeping your social distance, okay? Maybe you're at the front porch with them, having a beer. They're 10 feet away, and you just go one at a time, dropping the cards down, okay? But this gimmick, it's especially if it's somebody in your family and there's the social distancing, not the big deal, they can deal through this pack of cards. They'll never feel, you might think, will they feel the 2 cards? They'll never feel it, okay? So you can go through the cards one by one and show it's absolutely gone. You could have someone in your family deal through the cards one by one. The card has vanished under test conditions. Don't rush the trick, okay? Don't rush the trick at that point, because that's a magic trick in itself. Even if the card never reappeared anywhere, making the card vanish under crazy conditions is real magic, so don't rush that. Before we get to the little ending there, I want to announce the VIP winners. Very intimate prediction. You'll find VIP at the Sankey Magic site. Here are all the winners from last week's contest for this very cool mentalism trick. If I announce your YouTube name now, contact my team. Send them an email at contact@sankeymagic.com. Okay, contact at Sankey. Let them know your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and they will send out the purse, the notepad. There's a whole bunch of little props that come with VIP. You get it all for free if you won right now. Here are the 12 winners. Axiomatic 75, Glenn Hamilton, Greg Topolsky, William Quattrochi, William Quattrochi, Joey Kirkland, Ken Shimizi, Big Serb, Grey Ghost, Carlos Osuna, Solomon the Great, this sounds like a football team or superhero team, Jimmy Taylor, and All Ears 99. Okay, you 12 won, congratulations. Contact my team and let them know. So the finish here, of course, you could have this card, the Jack of Clubs, essentially appear anywhere. And don't forget that question. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Where would you have that card reappear anywhere in the world for your chance to win? Okay, one of the cutting edge. So finally, for the reveal, my only comment about if you've just made the card vanish, you go through all the cards one by one. The Jack is gone, and you're going to do this reveal. Do it slowly. Sometimes magic can be so impossible that people's rational minds will come up with an excuse, a method, even though it's preposterous. Under the situation, if you're not careful, people will say, oh yeah, when you took off the mask, you must have loaded it in. People say that kind of thing. When you took off the mask, you must have slipped the card in. That has to be the explanation. So my only comment to you is show your hands absolutely empty. Okay? Okay, if you had long sleeves, now the time to pull up the sleeves. Okay, if you got the rubber gloves on, maybe you could dramatically take off the rubber gloves. Okay, then take off the mask and slowly lower. When I performed this, one of the first times I showed it to someone the other day, I didn't even take off the mask. I just kind of pulled the elastic and lowered down and had them take a look inside. Okay, but I had to make sure that the rubber band ends were very, very loose at that point. There you have it. Super cool gimmick. A bunch of things you can do with it. This is, just I think it's a very timely social distancing card trick. Really enjoy it. And I just want to draw your attention to one last thing. If you want to learn more about the art of magic, definitely subscribe to my free magic newsletter. I send out one issue or sometimes 2 emails a week. There's in this newsletter, I always have product news. There's always some great bargain deal or some sort of package deal I'm offering. There's tips about what'll help your magic get stronger. There's psychology. There's little practice tips. It's all in the free magic newsletter. All you have to do is click right there. You'll go to sankeymagic.com. At the bottom of the Sankey Magic website, there is a sign-up box for the free newsletter. Throw in your email there, and I will send it to you. So just go right there. And please, if you like this stuff, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Sign up for the newsletter, and have a great day. Thank you so much.